How are we all doing, guys? It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, a day. I've not done any content or whatever, videos, whatever you want to call them. Got a couple coming up for you today. I'm going to be talking in this one about the Luis Diaz situation because I have had a few people over the past, I'd say 8 months saying, why do you keep saying Luis Diaz wanting to leave? We're going to cover that now in an article on The Athletic. If you like this video, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribing, and leave a comment down below to let me know your thoughts. You know, any well wishes for Diaz, best moments, whatever you want to put down below, guys. So, first and foremost, those of you that have been watching my videos since, it became apparent that he was going to move will have heard this before, so I'm sorry for boring you by saying this, but just in case anybody new is watching this, my opinion on Diaz is I think he was a solid player. I don't think he lived up to the expectations of being the Sadio Mane replacement, shall we say. You know, if I was to have either a prime Mane or a prime Diaz, I know what I'm picking, and it'd be Mane, right? So yeah, and he's wanted to leave for a while. So this article is written by Sebastian Stafford Blaw over on the Athletic. Can't even talk today. And it's about basically how did Bayern Munich get him, right? Basically, yeah. Now, I've pulled out a couple of paragraphs what I wanted to talk to you about in this because I think it's good for us to know the situation that was going on at Liverpool. So I can't show you it, unfortunately, because it is behind a paywall. But if you want to read it yourself, you can always just copy the URL into something called archive.ph, apparently, and it will load the article for you. So this little bit here is how the deal was done. And it says here that Diaz first indicated his wish to leave Liverpool in 2024. He has wanted a new contract, I can't talk today, for some time, and at the age of 28 knows that his value will never be higher. However, there's always been a significant gap between the terms of the new deal he was seeking and what Liverpool were willing to offer. There were 2 attempts to negotiate an extension before this summer, and neither was successful. So while the club would not sanction his departure this time last year, when Man City were exploring a move for him, there was also interest from Saudi Arabia. His desire to leave remained. When it became clear that there was no new contract on the agenda this summer, that ambition hardened. Diaz wanting to leave never affected his performances. He did not miss any training sessions during the tour, and his application and attitude were of his usual high standard. Even though Slot excused him from the friendly against Milan there on Saturday while his future was resolved. In the background, Diaz and his representatives have been pushing for a move. So there you have it, guys. We were talking about this last year about him wanting to go to potentially PSG. I think the long-term ambition has been to go to Barcelona, and it does say in this article that Barcelona were his preferred place to go, basically, but they just couldn't come up with the money. So Bayern Munich have, stepped in and took the money, given the money to Liverpool, should I say. Why would they take the money when they're giving it to Liverpool to get it done? But yeah, guys, what is it we always say? A club will not make a move for a player unless that player says he's up for the move. So why were Man City exploring it last year? Obviously because they got some sort of indication that he'd be up for it. So, it's mad, isn't it, guys? It's mad. But yeah, that is basically what I wanted to just give you guys, is that little input there is, Diaz has wanted to leave for a while, and I've always been of the opinion that if you don't want to be here, get your send gone, do you know what I mean? So that's it basically, guys, for this video. Let me know down below what you think. Are you surprised by the fact that he would have potentially gone to Man City last year if Liverpool would have sanctioned it? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.